Welcome everyone. So today we will start our new topic, which is how strong are acid or base solutions. In this topic we will be discussing about pH scale. So it is given here. We know how acid base indicators can be used to distinguish between an acid and a base. We have also learned in the previous section about dilution and decrease in concentrations of H plus or OH minus ions in solutions. Can we quantitatively find the amount of these ions present in a solution? Can we judge how strong a given acid or base is? So the first statement is saying we know how acid base indicators can be used to distinguish between an acid and a base. That means we have discussed about lot of indicators. Some are synthetic indicators, some are natural indicators, some are olfactory indicators. But with the help of those indicators, we can only distinguish that whether a substance is acidic or basic in nature. We won't be able to say anything about quantitatively. Quantitatively means we won't be able to say anything that the substance is having a strong acidic nature or it is strong acid or a substance is having strong basic nature. So those indicators, they are helpful only when we have to identify whether a substance is acid or base, but it is a drawback that we will not be able to know anything that whether a substance is strong or weak acid or strong or weak base. We have also learned in the previous section about dilution and decrease in concentration of hydrogen or hydroxide ions in solution. So we have discussed, and yesterday also we discussed one question based on this topic. It was that what happens when we are diluting any acid. So when we are diluting any acid, we are putting more and more water. Basically we are increasing volume of water. So that is why concentration of a hydrogen ion or hydronium ion, it decreases per unit volume. Same way this happens for base. Now, can we quantitatively find the amount of these ions present in a solution? Can we judge how strong a given acid or base is? So before understanding this, I will tell you something related with strong acid and weak acid. That is related with actually concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution. So what happens, see, we know that if we are even having concentrated strong acid and if we are diluting it, for example, if I am having concentrated sulfuric acid, now we know that sulfuric acid is a strong acid. If we will dilute sulfuric acid, then what happens, concentration of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion will decrease per unit volume. Now what happens if we, that means now we will compare between weak acid and strong acid. So for strong acid, let us again take the example of sulfuric acid, and for weak acid, let us take the example of acetic acid, which we generally use in the form of vinegar. So what happens, see, when you are having a strong acid and when you are preparing aqueous solution of a strong acid, then it is producing or it is releasing a very high concentration of hydrogen or hydronium ion. Here I am not at all discussing about dilution. Here I am only discussing about concentration. That means concentration means here I have taken the concentration of strong acid and weak acid same. So what happens when we are preparing its aqueous solution? So if we are preparing aqueous solution of a strong acid like sulfuric acid, then it is releasing a very large amount of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion. That means in that solution, concentration of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion is very large or very high, and that is why it is said to be a strong acid. For example, any compound, let us take, and if you are just mixing that compound in water, that is acidic compound, if you are mixing that in water and if it is releasing very large amount of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion, then it is said to be strong acid. If the compound like acetic acid, if you are preparing its aqueous solution, then you will find that it is not releasing very large amount of hydronium ion or hydrogen ion, and that is why it is said to be weak acid. That means what happens in such kind of weak acids, that when you are dissolving that compound which is weak acidic in nature, then all what happens that suppose if it is acidic acid, its formula is CH3COOH. If you are adding this in water, then all the molecules they are not dissociating. That means dissociation percent is very less. In more easier way, if I can explain, all the molecules they are not breaking down into its constituent ions. For example, if I have taken suppose 1000 molecules of acetic acid, and if I have prepared aqueous solution, if I have added those 1000 molecules of acetic acid in water, then from those 1000 only 50 to 60% of the acetic acid molecules it is breaking down. That means only 500 to 600 molecules of acetic acid is broken down into its constituent ions, and that is why if less uh, molecules are broken down, so there will be less amount or less release of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion. So when less amount or less release of hydrogen ion, it means the concentration of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion in that solution will be less, and that is why it is considered as weak acid. But what happens in strong acids, if you are taking H2SO4 or if you are taking HCl, and if you are suppose adding 1000 molecules of H2SO4 or HCl in water, then what happens, from those 1000 molecules, more than 990 molecules will be broken down into its constituent ions. So the more number of molecules will be broken down, the more amount of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion will be released, and as the more amount of hydrogen ion is released, so that is why the concentration of hydrogen ion will be much more in the solution present, and that is why it is said to be strong acid. So this is the criteria to understand strong acid and weak acid, that how a acid said to be strong or how a acid said to be weak. So in case of a strong acid, almost they are showing you can say 99.5% dissociation. That means almost all the molecules they are dissociating and producing hydrogen ion, whereas in weak acids there is a dissociation percent of around 50 to 60% only. That means only around half of the molecules they are dissociating and releasing, whereas the other half it will remain in its molecular form only. When it is remaining in its molecular form, that means no hydrogen ion is releasing from those molecules which is not getting broken down. I hope that you understood that this how to understand weak acid and strong acid. So this is the method. Now how to this is the, you can say it's an explanation that how some acid or acidic compound is considered to be strong and some of it they are considered to be weak. But how to measure it, definitely we will not be able to measure any compound which is strongly acidic or weakly acidic with the help of indicators, because it is not showing any quantitatively value or quantitative value. So for that we will be using pH paper or universal indicator. So these two are the things which is you can say mostly present in the laboratory. The other thing is also it is based on the pH scale. It is said to be pH meter. So pH meter you will be using when you will be studying in higher classes. So here basically we will be discussing about pH scale or pH paper, and in the form of pH paper and universal indicator. So here we can do this by making use of a universal indicator, which is a mixture of several indicators. Please underline this. Sometimes they can ask in 1 mark that what is the definition of universal indicator, or what do you understand by universal indicator. Actually universal indicator is, you can understand it's a liquid form of the pH paper, like we have discussed litmus paper as well as litmus solution. So you can also understand that universal indicator, it's something it's a sort of liquid form of pH paper. The universal indicator shows different colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ions in a solution. So this is also very important, you underline that how pH paper is showing different reading with different compounds. So it is showing because different compounds in the aqueous solution of different compounds, the concentration of hydrogen ion is different. So on the basis of difference in the concentration of hydrogen ion present, So the pH paper is showing different values, or you can say you are getting different values on the pH scale. So this is only the introduction, and basically today we have discussed about the weak acid and strong acid. Now we will be continuing with this pH scale, that what is the formula of pH and how it is working. So first you just understand about weak acid and strong acid.